Hello again, everybody. My name is Cassandra and welcome back to my little channel. Today I'm going to be making some stuffed acorn squash. These are the 4 nicest ones that I got out of my garden. I gave my other 2 that weren't quite ripe to my sister to make later on. It was a very sad growing year, but I got a few, so I'm gonna chop them in half, get them roasting, and I'm gonna fill them with this pork sausage that was in my freezer. I'm gonna roast some potatoes in the sausage grease, basically, and then I have some green beans, and I'm gonna stuff them, cook them again. But I like when my squash is really cooked, so I'm gonna roast them by themselves and then fill them when they're almost cooked, just to make sure they get cooked all the way, because I can't handle when it's not cooked all the way. So we're gonna get going. First things first, I gotta get these scrubbed clean and chopped up, well, cut in half and in the oven roasting, and then we'll get to the rest of it. Got my squash washed. I think I'm gonna cut them this way, so I have like little cups. I could do it the long way, but it seems like it's gonna be easier to cut laying down like that, so better safe than sorry. Let's see if they're actually ripe. Watch your hands. There now. Oh, they might not be ripe yet. No! 1 second. Let me see if I can get a little more effort. I don't think you need to hear the clunk. Okay, I got it cut open. I'm just weak. You know, I'm technically cutting on my washer, so I'm gonna get the seeds out. I could roast. I don't like roasted seeds, so these are unfortunately gonna go in the trash. But I'm gonna get them all cut, get the ends cut off so they sit nicely. Probably start them like that and then flip them. I'm gonna fill them, and then we'll go from there. The little ones were much easier to cut through. I sprayed my pan. I'm gonna put these all face down and get them roasting. I have my oven set to about 400. I'm gonna roast them for about 20-ish minutes, check on them, see what I need to do. And I also kind of gave up on getting the ends cut off. Can't tell. I'm just going to hope that they squish down a little bit once they're cooked. If not, they can, yeah, we'll figure it out then, but I'm done. That was a lot of effort. They look pretty nice. I just scraped them out with a spoon. I'm gonna get my sausage cooking now, after I get these in the oven. My sausage is almost cooked, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw my potatoes that I diced really tiny. Hopefully they don't take too long to cook, because I didn't time this out very well. Whoops. Kinda happens, you know? I'll get them all soaked up, and once they start to soften, I'll toss my green beans in. My squash has like 10 more minutes on the timer, but it might need a little bit more time than that. We'll see, I guess. You ever have one of those days where you don't plan things through very well? So, it's okay. They can sit out and finish cooking. I'm gonna pop a lid on this and get these potatoes cooked up. My potatoes are about halfway cooked. I turned my heat up so I could brown them a little bit. And I'm gonna toss in my can of green beans. I drained it just for some extra, vegetables in my diet. Not the healthiest thing, but I'm gonna chop them up a little bit. I put my squash in for about 10 more minutes because only like half of them were starting to cook, and then I'll stuff them and put them in until everything's nice and toasty. I may also add some of my the seasonings I'm going to throw on my squash once I flip them over, just because my green beans were non-salted. And I want a little bit of something on the flavors, you know. Or like a teaspoon or so. We'll mix it up, keep on cooking, and then we'll stuff our squash in a few minutes. I have way too much filling. Basically, this could be a meal if you really wanted it to be. And I could just cook my squash and throw it in, but we're gonna make it look fancy. We're just gonna get some and scoop it on in. Just make sure you get a lot of the sausage, because the rest of it I can keep cooking it on the stove and get the potatoes 100% cooked, and just have it on the side to go with it. You could also drizzle cheese on it if you want to, but I can't have cheese, so not really an option here. So I'm gonna get these filled up. Throw them back in the oven for another like 15-ish minutes so everything is all brown and toasty, and then it's time to eat after that. My smaller ones did what I was hoping to do. I could just push them down so they'd be flat. The bigger ones are being a little more stubborn. They're not pushing down, so they're just going to be a little tilted. It'll be fine. Just going to make sure they have a lot of extra space before I throw it in the oven. But they look pretty, right? Well, they're going to taste good anyways. And we did it! Just fresh out of the oven. Look at the sausage all nice and crispy. Nice and hot. Good and tasty. It's probably going to be 2 of these for a meal. And I have my ton left over to throw on the side of them just so I don't have to worry about going hungry, you know? Because the filling is always the best part, at least in my opinion. So that wraps up this. I hope you all enjoyed my little video. If you do, toss me a like and subscribe, and I will catch you next time. Later!